This is NAB Show Live.
I'm Ryan Salazar, and today we have Luke Harrison, all the way from London. He's the Technical Product Marketing Manager at RT Software. How you doing, Luke?
Very well, thank you, Ryan.
Thanks so much for being with us today. So let's talk about RT Software, what you guys do, and how you got started.
Well, RT Software is essentially a 3D graphics company. We are in the space of virtual studios, and that's how we started as a company. Back in the days when the BBC was looking at virtual studio technology, the founders of RT Software actually made up the computer graphics department of the BBC. So they developed the renderer to do some of their first explorations to things like news, election graphics, and so on. And then took that renderer to start RT Software in 2005. And since then, we've expanded our product suite to include things like overlay graphics for live sports, news, entertainment programs, sports telestration as well, which is a big part of our market now, where you're putting graphics down on into sporting action at halftime, post-match, highlights, that sort of thing. So essentially, yes, we're a 3D graphics company with all the sort of associated suites of tools to enhance workflow, such as remote control, asset management, and so on.
All right, so what are your hopes for the 2019 NAB show?
Well, it's a big show for us because we actually got two exciting launches, two product launches. First of all, we're launching Swift, and this is a 2D version of our overlay graphics system. Now, we've noticed that over the years, of course, 3D graphics was the big thing. A lot of people wanted to get into 3D. The issue with 3D is sometimes it's a bit complicated and overbearing for what a lot of people want to do. So we've reacted to that by bringing our same renderer, which is very powerful, can do a lot of interesting things, but giving it just a simpler interface, but doing 2D type graphics, which we find is about 90% of what people want to do. So we've basically introduced a lower cost and easier to use, more accessible version of our very powerful and very successful 3D renderer, and that is called Swift.
Mm-hmm. All right, great. So broadcast is certainly changing. How does that affect graphics?
Well, in many ways. I mean, broadcast is changing in certain ways. Obviously, things like the move to 4K and now looking to UHD means that in terms of graphics, you've got to render things in much more clearer quality, much higher quality. So we've moved from things like an 8-bit rendering platform now to supporting 10 and 12-bit rendering platforms to allow more clarity of graphics, because as we move into higher definition kind of resolutions, of course, the graphics need to be match the kind of resolution that you're seeing on screen. All right. So there's also there's also a move into virtualization as well, which is what we're very big on at the moment, which is where you can render multiple channels of graphics from one workstation. You don't need a specific workstation for each different channel of graphics, and with that means that you can then have things like remote control, controlling each channel over a web page, which we have with our web control solution. And then, of course, outputting over IP. So all our graphic solutions also support IP in and out.
RT Software is very strong in the sports graphics market. So what's new there?
We've got a new telestration system coming out, or sports analysis system, called Tactic. We've seen great success of this over the last few years into the sports professional market. But with Tactic, it allows you to put things like graphics down onto the playing surface for sports like football or soccer or rugby, and allows the users or presenters to be able to tell a story at halftime or post-match or in between the quarters and so on very quickly and very easily. And with things like auto tracking and auto key, Tactic makes it very easy for the operator to tell a very compelling story very quickly. Because it's all very well being able to tell a story, but if you can't get it out there quickly, it loses the moment and loses its value.
So it sounds like you can put a stats database across to it, or put it together, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. We can do things like stats, so we can put heat maps, pass maps, and so on, and put that into the actual sort of playing surface onto the pitch, if you like.
Very impressive. It's amazing what computers could do for us these days. South Lower 6125, SL 6125. Luke Harrison, Technical Product Marketing Manager at RT Software. We'll see you soon, sir.
Thank you very much, Ryan.